Oh, TIKI is dropping really early into the set. Oh, what's going on, TIKI? And NARAA building up this really fast 2-7 stack. Unfortunately, wasn't able to spin that S piece in, but still a better position afterward. Fortunately, missed dropping that L piece. I think that L in that round as well. NARAA saying in the chat, their hand is dead. Still getting that round off of TIKI. Perhaps misdropping the eyepiece there on TIKI's side. Building up from this TKI, flat top TKI, misdropping their piece. Getting opener jump scared by NARAA there. Getting really fast rounds here with all the misdrops. And TIKI getting this TST tower into a relatively decent down stack, finding a post pressure, sending a bit of cheese on NARA's side. NARA forced to downstack all of those cheese, caught in a bit of an awkward spot, but alas, still finding a way out. Now TIKI's timing, trying to make sure didn't get pushed too much, too high. Sneaking a bit of all spins there. Now NARA being pushed high up, and TIKI just timing it, catching NARA off guard. Continuing on, NARA building up this SDPC spin, and TIKI is blazing fast, canceling almost all of it, and even having ammunition on their side here. So NARA is still in a good spot as well. TIKI trying to build from this 2-7 stack, slowing down slightly there, having to break their surge, only to find a donation into downstack. A really optimal J spin there on TIKI's side, but NARA still finding a bit of survival, even despite being on the back-to-back deficit. TIKI still building on this back-to-back, finding the L spin there, breaking their surge, sending all the way up to 50 spikes, sending an intercontinental ballistic missile over to NARA there. Still NARA trying to catch up, and TIKI misdropping a lot of their pieces. Having to deal with a bit of self-made cheese. I think that quad out into another quad, into another TST. Now on the bottom of their board, finding a donation there on TIKI's side. NARA trying to survive, finding a quick TSS there, and even a downstack, but unfortunately misdropping that T piece. Couldn't find a way out. Both player timing here, and NARA sending it much earlier. Although TIKI was caught in a bit of an awkward stack, still finding a way out. Now NARA having to deal with Bit of skims into a down stack here, getting pressured by Tiki. But Tiki finding that, I assume that was a fin. Still finding an optimal way to down stack through all of their garbage. Tiki's side. NARAA trying to keep up here. Now on the bottom of their board. But Tiki greeding for that TST tower. Actually, that greed just killed them there. NARAA slowly chasing after this point deficit, but Tiki finding a really good spin into double TSD there. Into an overhangless Z spin. Breaking their surge there, but NARAA was slightly ready, but still in an awkward spot. Having to burst a lot on top of their board there on NARA's side. Trying to make sure they survive, but unfortunately couldn't find much more than that. Still, Tiki's pressuring NARAA here. NARAA having to break their surge early and Tiki breaking shortly right after, getting caught off guard. Fortunately misdropping that S piece. I think having to tucked out there, couldn't find a way out. Tiki finding that back-to-back into PC. Even finding that eye spin there. Into a consecutive all-spin actions. And NARA's still trying to keep up with this 2-7, now trying to downstack. Currently in a really high amount of deficit. 24 deficit. And not even having to break surge, they're still getting topped out. He did a lot of consecutive back-to-backs there. Still, NARAA trying to hold their momentum. Tiki having to break it early because of a few misdrops. And still, Tiki having this really good well, and NARAA misdropping their Z piece. They couldn't find a way out. I think trapped there. So much pressure from Tiki. NARAA finding that floating, but unfortunately having to use their other T to stacking. Not sure if it was a misdrop. I think caught up in that misdrop once more. Tiki's just going relatively fast with all this all spins. Even finding that, fortunately misdropping their SPs, nearly finding a really quality downstack there. NARAA slowing down, probably trying to find a better way out. And Tiki going for that overhangless, and NARAA still caught up in a relatively good spot, but still. Sorry, but NARAA getting that round. Having a really good stack there by the end. Tiki going for that SP's overhang. But NARAA trying to get out of this really bad situation, having to break their surge as well, using it for defense. Still bursting through all of that, even finding post survival after survival. Fortunately, it was too much pressure from TIKI going over 1 APP there. 9-5. TIKI probably misrupping there, but still utilizing all spin, trying to get out of that situation. Still finding a consecutive back-to-backs attack. And NARAA trying to keep up, currently in a deficit. Even after finding a way out, it was more pressure coming out of TIKI. Current match point for TIKI here. Or building up this SDPC spin, just dishing it all out. They still have the chance. Fortunately misdropping that JP is breaking their surge. But TIKI greeding for those spins. Getting caught up there. TIKI building up those floatings into TSDs, and NARAA going really high up as well, trying to keep up with the pressure TIKI is sending. And TIKI building up that STSD, and NARAA now caught up once more into this back-to-back deficit, but canceling it all out after TIKI broke it. And pressuring TIKI right now. Pressured TIKI over-pressured there. Losing another round to NARAA. Right now, TIKI once more building up that quick back-to-back before breaking it. NARAA breaking it so much, really high up top their board there. Nearly hitting 30 spikes there, I assume. 10-8. Now TIKI is still building with all of this all spins, and NARAA having to deal with the deficit, but in a relatively good spot. Still, TIKI is building this up so much. NARAA couldn't find a survival. GG's to NARAA. What an insane run this tournament.